Hey Aries, welcome. This is your read. So we're going to get started with these fortune cards. We're just going to set the tone for your reads. We'll figure out if we're talking about money, love, maybe some heartbreak, maybe dealing with someone who's a jerk. Let's see what we got going on. Maybe there's change coming into our lives, transformation. Whoop. Let's see what the universe has picked for you guys. So we have lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. Always good advice. Let's just keep building on this. Let's see what we're talking about. If this is something romantic, maybe we're dealing with someone who's not quite right for us, or maybe a path where one would lead to happiness and fulfillment, the other one maybe not so much. To feel like that guy wanted to go sideways, so we're going to get started with that. I have suffering and silence, recognition and reward, love begins, passion ignited, and choose wisely. Definitely reiterates the Lover's card in choice and choosing wisely. Feel like it is going to be speaking to somebody coming into our lives. So I feel like that suffering and silence, maybe speaking to a loneliness that we're feeling right now, waiting for love to come along. Person who comes along might be igniting that passion. This might be speaking to taking things slow and letting a relationship develop instead of just having it be physical. Yeah, at the heart chakra, which speaks to relationships. Oh, triumph and success, harmony, new beginnings, and hope. So wonderfully aspected cards. There is somebody going to be coming into your life, I feel. A new relationship, a new love. I definitely feel like that being true to yourself is going to come into play to build that long-lasting bond. I have the Lover's card here as well. And I have it sitting next to the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can represent an indifference and an emotional withdrawal. I think the cards are cautioning. I think they are cautioning to take it slow so that the relationship doesn't just start off all about sex. That you're able to take that time to build a deeper bond. The Five of Cups is a warning not to get stuck in negative emotions. So much so that you can't see positive opportunities around you. So it speaks of seeing the positivity. I feel like it speaks to insecurities as well. And a fear of maybe taking it too slow and this person's going to walk away. I feel like it's speaking to not let that fear control your situation, and it's tying into that be true to yourself as well. The Nine of Wands represents that this is something you've been wanting for a long time. You've been wanting somebody to share your life with. You've been wanting that deep connection, not just sex, but an actual romantic relationship. This Nine of Cups, this abundance of happiness, this harmony. I'm going to show you the harmony card. I feel like that is what you've been looking for, not this. So definitely Tarot is cautioning you to choose your path wisely in this new relationship coming your way. I have the Ten of Swords, which represents a disappointing ending, but one that was beneficial for you in the long run. You know what? I feel like it's speaking to past relationships that you moved too fast in. And that's exactly what happened. They became all about sex, and then there was no chance to build a solid emotional foundation. So I feel like they're speaking, this benefits you in the long run, is speaking to lessons to be learned for this new love that's coming into your life. I have the King of Swords here. I feel like he's also speaking to their past relationship. Some of the attributes that go with the King of Swords is somebody who's not very emotional. Sometimes they seem cold emotionally. And I feel like this does speak to relationships that you've had in the past and not being able to build that emotional bond. And it could have just been in the person's nature, but I definitely feel like the way that you went about it contributed, and that's why tarot is talking about it in this read. The Eight of Swords represents feeling trapped or stuck in negative emotions or thoughts, so much so that you have trouble finding clarity. I feel like it's speaking to fears and insecurities. It's echoing that Five of Cups as well, and that fear about taking things slow is going to chase off this new love. But you know what, if it does, then that person's a dick anyways. That is not somebody that you can build a life with. Somebody who is this Knight of Pentacles, somebody who is solid, who is steadfast, who you can count on, isn't going to just ditch because you won't have sex with them. That Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's going to stay put. They're going to be in it for the long haul. They're going to be loyal. And I feel like that is what you're looking for. And I feel like this is a good way to weed out the losers too. Because if that's all they're after, if sex is all they're after, then they are just going to piss off. And then you're not going to have to waste your time on them by emotionally investing and then having your feelings hurt because they're not what you're looking for anyways. The Star card represents clarity in this read, I believe. And I feel like it's speaking to that as well. And being able to use this as an opportunity to weed out people who aren't who you're looking for. So I have the Page of Swords, which can represent delayed or disappointing news. So I feel like it's also speaking to this new relationship coming your way. It's speaking to possibly even other relationships in the future. But I don't know if I get a soulmate vibe from this person. It might also be speaking to relationships in the past here of them not turning out the way that you wanted to. The Four of Pentacles to me represents holding back. That you're holding out for the right one. You're holding out for this King of Cups. And Cups represents emotion. So to me, this King of Cups is symbolic. He is a king of emotion, emotional fulfillment, happiness, inner peace, all these wonderful things that you want and need in a partner. This is what he symbolizes. And these little disappointments along the way are you just weeding out losers who aren't going to give you what you need, who are not this King of Cups. The Temperance card to me is a balance between emotion and logic, and it speaks of realizing what you're actually doing here and that you're not causing more heartache for yourself. You're actually holding out for the right person. The Death card represents transition and change. I feel like it's speaking to changing the way that you look at approaching a relationship. So I have the Three of Swords here, and the Three of Swords can represent heartbreak. I feel like it's tying into that suffering and silence, it's tying into the loneliness, it's tying into this want for that deeper connection. The Six of Pentacles represents an even give and take, and that is what you're holding out for. Somebody who can give you that even give and take and who can match you. The Queen of Swords to me is symbolic of being true to yourself. And the Queen of Pentacles is speaking of the wealth that's going to come from that. She's also symbolic. So being able to hold out for this King of Cups, that's where your wealth is going to come from when you finally get to meet this person who shows up in your life. The Six of Wands represents triumph over obstacles. I feel like it's definitely encouragement for you to move in a new way in relationships like this. I feel like that's going to be you overcoming the obstacles. I feel like it's going to prevent a whole lot of heartbreak. And confusion as well, because like I said, it's going to weed them out really early on so that you never bother emotionally investing in them. You can just see them for what they are, and then they're gone and you can move forward. I have the Five of Swords, which can represent selfish or short one victors. I feel like it's also a warning not to give in to moving too fast in a relationship, to get that emotional gratification that comes with building that physical bond so quickly. It's almost like it gives you a little bit of what you need, but it screws you in the long run. And I feel like that's what the Five of Swords is speaking to here. I feel like the Moon card is tying into this as well. The Moon card is speaking to things that are not yet known to you. I feel like it's speaking to being able to step back and see the way that you're going through relationships in a new light, to find clarity within it and being true to yourself. This Knight of Swords represents triumph to me. And the Knight of Cups represents emotional victory. I feel like within this is where you're going to find your happiness. This is where you're going to find your victory, your success. The Page of Cups represents good news on the way, and that of an emotional nature. And the Ten of Wands represents feeling overwhelmed or overburdened. I feel, again, it's tying back into this want and this desire to have this love in your life. The Judgment card, she's my karma card. So she's all about getting back what you put out into the universe. I feel like she's speaking to choosing to be true to yourself and holding back physically to build a bond with someone, and going about things this way is actually going to bring you your soulmate. It's going to help to bring your soulmate into your life. You're going to get some positive rewards for that, and that's going to be this King of Cups coming your way, and this Four of Wands setting down a solid foundation for a happy future and a happy home life, and the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about happiness and abundance. So honestly, guys, I don't know that this lover coming into your life is going to be the one. I don't feel like the cards are giving me any definite answer here. I feel like the cards are more focusing on you and changing the way that you are in a relationship, so that you can, like I said, weed out the losers and recognize this King of Cups when he comes along, because he is going to shine through. Alrighty, guys, that's what the cards said to me. I hope that you enjoyed the read. Please feel free to comment if it resonated with you. I would love to hear about it. And remember, if you want to apply for the free read giveaway at the end of the week, you need to be a subscriber and you have to leave a comment in one of my videos saying that you are interested. Alrighty, guys, take care.